Okay, it should be a fun one. Nonetheless, it's going to be 5 games possibly with this BO5. It is going to be Virtus Pro versus OG Game 1 Grand Finals. Let's go over to Cap and Blitz.
Welcome everybody to the grand finals of ESL 1LA, where we have Virtus Pro, the undefeated Virtus Pro, facing up against the 2-time TI champions in OG. What a way to be able to get this grand finals going, because we've got some pretty interesting picks on both sides, and we'll see where the odds end up, because I have a feeling most people are going to be playing for Virtus Pro.
It's a lot closer than I expected, though.
But it is really close. Do you think this is going to be a close series? I mean, I know we both said 3-1 earlier, but it's just some OG magic, you know?
I think this might be OG's best chance, this game number 1. So, I mean, if they can do it here, maybe. But I feel like this is going to be one of their better opportunities with this draft.
They got exactly what you asked for, which is the Sumail.
Protect 1 kind of fight lineup. Yeah.
Yep, Sumail Terrorblade. They're going to be playing a mid-33 Beastmaster against no one's Death Prophet. I'm not sure how I feel about that.
That sounds terrible, but...
Yeah, that sounds like a rough matchup. They've got a 4-position Pangolier in Soxa, Notel on the Vengeful Spirit that we've seen plenty of times, and Seb is going to be playing a safe lane Weaver. Definitely some picks that will put OG's individual players perhaps out of their comfort zones. For the Mounting Rune is going to be picked up. So we are going to have a 2-2 split and a lot of damage put onto Resolution. The Axe, who's going to be backed up by Zions' Phoenix in that bottom lane. Mid one, we're going to see we have no one playing the Death Prophet. And then our top lane is ILTW's Bristleback paired up with Solo's Oracle. So not the typical cuddle Bristleback that we're going to be seeing. Do you think Bristleback is going to be just as effective without that mana pairing?
In this game, I think it's pretty good. I feel like the only thing that kind of sucks about this game is they don't really have a burst hero for Sumail, but they have other ways around it. Like they can get BKB and Lotus on their course. Like I think a lot of people are going to go Lotus this game on the side of VP, but Oracle Bristle still sounds really strong. Like, I think Sumail might even die here.
Yeah, they're actually taking it to Sumail right now. ILTW, he just needs probably 2 more Quill Sprays. Let's see if this last one doesn't. Not quite with the magic stick, but now he's just going to keep running, and Sumail knows it. Killing him during his Metamorphosis timing. Virtus Pro already off to a great start.
That's pretty massive, because I think without the meta, he's going to have a hard time laning here. And he popped it thinking, like, I'm the big bad Terrorblade. What can you do?
Yeah, I think they imagine at the high armor, this is the highest starting armor hero in the game. Like, of course, he can lane up against Bristleback, but...
Yeah, and he's got Venge, who will eventually stat him up too. I think this laning phase has to go well for them, though, because I would imagine that Axe has free farm bottom. And
yeah, he's currently 7-1, and they're just trying to pull.
I would also think, in my mind anyways, that mid is supposed to win on Death Prophet. 33 is doing really well for himself, but I think it should go a little bit better than this. As Seb is just going to come in and try to trade hits. I don't know if he should do this. He's missing an entire way. And Res, oh, he dodges it.
Managed to dodge the swashbuckle there. And pops the healing salve, knowing that there's nothing that can stop him. So he's going to be able to get some free CS and free levels, and he's probably going to double down and just grab another wave with this. Get some more harassment onto Soxa, force him to swashbuckle away, and then grab another wave. He can clear it all at once.
Easy peasy, double wave, and he allowed his Phoenix to get like 2 of those creeps too. So his Phoenix should be level 2. Good start for VP, as I think Sumail might be dead again if he gets hit by 1 more Quill Spray, and indeed he does.
ILTW and does it again. And it looks like he may get out cleanly. No Tail could go for the stun here, but I highly doubt he has enough damage. He's going to need a lot of right clicks in, and that's where he's going to start off. But
he only needs like 14 more.
Yeah.
That's pretty close. It's pretty close.
No Tail, knowing that you're going to need some recovery options here. thanks to Wave of Terror, you can double stack this, so that is going to be one of their ways to recover in this game, I suppose. But feels like they're already losing all 3 of their lanes. There's only so much recovery that can be found through jungling.
If they lose that stack, I think the game would be quite difficult for them to recover, because they're losing all 3 lanes pretty handedly right now. Like Rezo's just pulling, has absolute free farm. Mid has absolute free farm. Top has free farm with 2 kills on top of that. Like, you're not asking for a better start on the side of Virtus Pro, who you and I chose as our favorites.
We even had Zion stacked up a medium camp for Rezo to pull a creep wave into. So he is already getting extra farm out of his lanes. They're going to pull Saksa up to this top lane because they can't do anything about the Axe any longer. 33 is doing okay in that mid lane, but a lot of it is playing off of this medium camp. He has close proximity to him in the Radiant side. 33 is going to be gone on though, and if he wants to get out, he'd have to TP away, and it looks like it's just not worth it. He'll maybe TP back into the lane when he revives.
He did a really good job with the first 2 levels, but as soon as Death Prophet became Death Prophet, the lane I think is nearly impossible. Sumail is going to pop his meta. He's only level 3 and he's trying to farm these neutral camps.
This is very slow.
This is so slow. It took like 15 seconds and they killed 1 Centaur.
Yeah. You got a level of Vengeance Aura for him too.
The double deny mid too. Just nothing's really working out. They're getting kills in their lanes, and Rezo is pulling it to camps as well. So he's just getting double the amount of farm. Like, look how massive this Axe is going to be.
Rezo is going to have a very, very fast blink dagger at this rate.
Yeah, and the Weaver just can't clear creeps fast enough under these circumstances. We're going to see Zayas just kind of
just cruising on through, see if he can snag up that bounty rune. He doesn't, though. Sumail grabs it.
And ILTW is now coming in to try to harass. Sumail's got to get out of here.
Oh, no.
It's not the... This is like the dregs of the stack, so it won't matter that much.
And No-Tail will still be here for some of the experience, at least.
All right.
Go
he
for
fires
the
the stun.
Take the CS if he can and TP out.
And he sees a different stack right now. Rezo gets the double spin. The catapult was actually about to steal one of the neutral creeps from him, and he got the double spin for it.
Everything's turning up Rezo right now.
Everything's turning up VP. It's 5 minutes in. They've got a 2K gold lead. Soxa, I think, got one of those creeps, but that's been the upside right now for this team, is if they get like one thing at a time right now. Solo's now being given solo XP because the Bristleback has gone off to do anything he wants. He's going to start rotating his way back towards his top lane, but so far so terrible right now for OG.
Yeah, just...
I mean, this would be, for me anyways, like psychologically a pretty big victory, because OG then will have won the last 5 games against you.
Yeah.
And maybe you could say one of them looked competitive, the Techies game. That was the closest that you got.
Seb making a rotation here, trying to get a kill, but with no stuns, the supports can just TP away at their leisure. They're going to swap places, and Sumail's going to be playing into the Radiant jungle because the Bristleback keeps on invading his little triangle area, so he's got to go somewhere else.
I like that play a lot from ILTW. He's going to sacrifice a little bit of his farm to make sure that Sumail gets as little as possible. Sumail already almost has to back, being down to about 50 health.
Like, what do you do? Like, somebody gonna bring him a salve? Like, you can't really afford any more lost time at this rate. All right, we got some regen flooding in. Sure enough, salve's gonna be given over by No-Tail. And Sumail's just gonna focus on getting as many stat items as possible. Double Wraith Band gloves. Saksa into the trees. He goes deep into the jungle where he cannot be found by Resolution or Solo, but that still doesn't stop the damage that is being done to the tower.
Yeah, they'll gladly take that. They're perfectly okay. If he decides to pop back out, maybe they can get aggressive on him.
He does indeed pop out, immediately gets pinged by Solo.
Radiant's bottom tower is being attacked.
Stuck in a corner here, Saksa. doing what he can to prolong the life of the tower, but it's not like VP is in any rush because ILTW's been clearing through stacks with his soul ring. He's gonna have phase boots now.
Yeah, he's had free farm to do whatever he wants. His Phoenix is now using top to recover. Like, they're spreading the wealth very evenly here on the side of VP, and that's why we're at a 3k gold lead now. It just slowly continues to tick up.
That's going to be really scary because they're going to get their level 6s and such, and their first like core items on their supports first. It just feels like team fights are going to be very difficult for OG.
Most of the movement this game is going to come out from 33, I would imagine. Like, he's going to have to be a pretty big playmaker in this game.
I don't think we've seen an exorcism yet, though.
No, I thought he would try to use it to take mid tower soon, but it looks like he's afraid to just get roared and swarmed on and throw away his lead. So at bottom, Saksa is just hiding in the tree line. He's
spotted him with the courier.
They know he has no mana.
Rezo's coming for you, Saksa. He's going to squeeze on past Resolution, but he gets the call. Turning Saksa back around, but he's slowed down by Battle Hunger. Resolution just needs to get vision of him for the Culling Blade at this point. Choose the wrong direction.
Well, this doesn't matter.
Yeah, he's gonna pop the healing salve, gets the ward out. Saksa.
Oh, he's getting juked pretty hard right now.
Yeah, he really is, and he might just be able to get his level 6 as a result of all of this.
Oh my God, he's still
dying underneath the tower. Beautiful.
I will say he had to waste a ward for that.
Yes.
That ward will not help him.
No.
That is not a team ward. Let me say that was a get Saksa out of dodge ward.
Exorcism being popped to TP up to the top lane. No one takes that mid tower and defends his own. They should not give anything. Seb's going to be caught. He's going to be forced to use his ultimate here. Spotted out by the dust. They have a Spirit Siphon on him. Seb needs to break it with the Shikuchi. Doesn't quite. The nuke comes in, but a stun from 33. Great use of that Centaur Conqueror. Saksa trying to stop Resolution from taking their outpost, and he's done him a number of times here. Magic Missile to follow up that last stun with Samael here to clean up, and a nice kill.
Oh my God, that somehow led to a kill.
Amazing what you found laying around.
And they give him the tip. They know how far behind they are right now, and any kill like that is worth its weight in gold. Gold that they're going to get from the bounty runes.
So that non-kill ended up turning into a kill onto the axe and a save of their outpost. Not bad at all.
Bugs go out. Seb does not have time lapse anymore. Supernova's going to go down. So Seb should be pretty happy with that.
Yeah, a little bit surprised that he opted to use it. Maybe he was just afraid that Seb would commit to the Shikuchi double hit.
Yeah, it could be. Definitely not victories in the strictest sense for OG, but better trade-offs than they've been getting for the first 5 to 8 minutes of the game. And if they can get a kill here on a solo, that'd be pretty big. He still has his ultimate, though. The Bugs go out. Rolling Thunder being threatened here by Saksa, but he's going to be forced to blow it now as those Quills doing so much damage. He has to roll out of here just for fear of that. The Roar's going to go down. Science immediately is going to be saved by Solo with a false promise. Seb trying to kill that support. Shikuchi's through him, but the magic immunity prevented any damage. And now Seb, he can actually, the time lapse just in time, and he has stick charges as well. They do manage to kill Zayats with 33 and Saksa, and Seb still managed to get out.
Rezo's still pushing here, but TB's starting to catch up in levels, kind of. I mean, at one point he was level 3, when everyone else was like 5 to 6. So he's starting to catch up a little bit. Sumil needs more space, more time than this, but that was not a bad rotation towards that top lane.
And they're only 3k net worth down.
Yeah, that lead isn't steadily growing. But with this Blink Dagger Axe, he's going to wait for the creep wave to come in, but it isn't quite there. And Sumil wouldn't die from just this.
If he
still
doesn't
searching.
kill him full up, Samael's still holding on to a point to level up Sunder if needed. That silence from the Death Prophet. That could be a real killer. Samael's going to have to contend with that. That's where No Tail's supposed to come in. They do have a save of sorts. With that swap, the call's going to go down on the Seb. Seb in 2 seconds for the time lapse. Now silence up. The magic wand goes off, preventing the Culling Blade kill. But he still dies nonetheless. Swap back. Saksa going to be forced to use his Rolling Thunder here to get out. Might try and roll back in to like kill some creeps or something. They want to be able to alleviate this pressure on towers.
but it's just going to be the Bristle TPing up towards top now. Wants to own this area, and 33 will swerve, and maybe they'll go for a smoke. Indeed they do, with just the Venge and the TB. They want to try to make something happen here. They don't want to just be this passive on the map. That gold lead now finally starting to tick upwards. Might just get a kill here, but no, he'll get spotted. And he doesn't really want to go on this Phoenix, especially with no Rolling Thunder. They don't have that auto lockdown. So False Promise is always there too.
Yeah, these two single target stuns of the Magic Missile and Primal Roar just hard countered by the Oracle.
And they're hunting for Sumail right now. They're going to know he's
They're
out
going to
there.
find him. They're going to be able to get the call with the creep waves hitting onto Resolution. This time they don't even need the Culling Blade, which is still on cooldown. Solo will finish him off with the Purifying Flame, Snoop.
Nice little execute for them as Seb is trying to run away. He's going to be just fine. It's way too far. They're not even going to bother chasing him. And instead, it's top.
Okay, can they actually get this kill? It would be massive on ILTW. They're going to pull in Seb as well. 33 trying to get in front. Still has the Primal Roar ready to go. They're going to wait for one more Rolling Thunder stun. And they don't even need the follow-up from the Beastmaster, but they have to be aware of this team fight. Virtus Pro, they know there's a lot of heroes low here. They're going to be able to get the call. Resolution just going for the support right away. The rest of OG should be able to retreat just fine. 33 just kind of booking it through the jungle, wants to kill creeps while still TPing out successfully, and should do so.
There's a Yule Scepter, but perfect area. No one's going to know as he sees the dust settle. That was a nice move by them. The Bristleback actually goes down surprisingly easily, and Seb even going to grab 2 couriers here, so that's going to be almost 1,000 gold going the other way now.
It's crazy how this game, like, OG keep on getting these little scraps here and there. It's preventing the net worth lead from climbing totally out of control. If they hadn't got these little scraps, every single thing that we talk about that has been positive for OG, no matter how small, is preventing Virtus Pro from climbing up to an 8K, 9K gold lead, which with this patch we've seen has been near insurmountable. You have to have kind of those like crazy late game hero, Divine Rapiers or something to be able to overcome that kind of net worth difference.
They're pinging Rezo right now, who blinks in, but Saksa does have his ulti, and he's going to pop the Rolling Thunder.
Once again, he's going to try and use it to get out. Solo is going to be hit by this back and forth. So that is probably a kill. From the other side, 33 actually going for the kill here onto the death prophet. The Yule Scepter goes down. The damage, swap back in. Can they get this one? Trying to save him. No, Resolution. He's might be able to get that kill. Now the Supernova explodes. 2 Culling Blade shots, make it a triple kill for him, but no one denies the Ultra. He gets that final kill in Saksa thanks to the Crypt Swarm.
Oh, that would have been so big.
Almost had that Death Prophet. Resolution comes straight to the rescue.
And that egg by Zayat's the perfect positioning. He was relying on Resolution to find everyone. You can see why they like the axe so much. We're going to see here again. It's a nice pick off on a solo. Saksa with the nice Rolling Thunder. You love being in this area.
A good Rezo turn as soon as he sees the call. Yule Scepter goes down, and then he follows that up with a beautiful call on Sumail.
It was the call and the magic missile that was Yule's dodged by no one.
Otherwise, they kill no one. Like, so much of the damage kind of goes out the window. Sure, OG probably still lose that fight, but at least they would have said the trade-off was somewhat worth it. Instead, it was a total win for VP.
You had a pump fake that stun. And
another call. Once again, they just keep on finding Sumail in this same area. Now, Sumail does have the Sunder. He's going to pop up here and turn onto Resolution. Saksa, the Rolling Thunder in, but Rezo.
Oh, the juke.
He doesn't want to go for it. He sees Solo is nearby. And this ward, man, they got to deal with this ward. It's been sitting here for a while.
Yeah, they have to know about it. By now, they're going to play some sentries, protect their own ward.
Oh, they smoke up. They see that? Maybe. Lots of vision for OG in this like middle left-hand part of the map. They just want to play near this Roshan area as much as possible, it seems.
And both cores spotted by the Hawk. No Tail's going to come in.
Okay, No Tail's leading quite heavily, but none of his team was really that close. And now he's just dead.
Why isn't the Hawk attacking?
Save him.
Save him. How can you just watch?
Resolution.
Animals are not your friends.
He hunts for the next victim here. But it's going to be Saksa in some trouble. Does manage to get the swashbuckle up before the silence. So he does manage to get away, Seb. dodging that initiation from Resolution, but not much he can do about the miss. And that is pretty much OG in a nutshell right now. Dodging team fights, but really unable to ever punch back.
Yeah, the good news for OG is that they still have Terrorblade, like ultra late game. The bad news is VP have pressured him a lot. A lot of these kills have come on the Terrorblade, 1, 4, and 1. And they're going to get this early Roshan, which is going to make it even more miserable to deal with.
On a Seb, right as they take that Roshan, if they get this kill, it'd be massive. And the Curling Blade does manage to deny the time lapse from the Weaver.
You saw it clicked.
Resolution, mega kill streak for him.
And No Tail is once again dead.
Yeah.
Flea
Swarmed upon. 4-14. Now it's an 8,000 net worth lead. Now we're getting to that point that we were talking about earlier, where Virtus Pro are building up such a lead that even Samil's Terrorblade will find it hard to be able to counteract this. Now that Blade Mail, oh, it's doing so much damage. Resolution soloing member after member of OG.
Samil must be pissed. He's like, why are you there? Your entire team is showing on the map right now. How do you just make that read to go jungle and then find me?
Yep.
That is not a place where he expected to die, and that was such a good move by Rezo. Just hold that jungle area. His team doesn't need him. They have Aegis right now. You be a little bit risky and you'll bait this Terrorblade out, because he won't feel safe to farm in this triangle because he doesn't know where the vision is.
Oh, another call. This time on a Seb. The swap's going to be there this time around, though. No Tail probably going to sacrifice his life. The Supernova on the high ground. Nicely placed by Zayas, and it's probably going to catch this Weaver. Time lapse goes out, but he's still stunned. Can they get the call follow up? Resolution sure can. He's there in a pinch. Double kill for him. The fight may not be done just yet. A sound's going out, preventing that Rolling Thunder on out. The sound's going to wait away, though, and now no one. He's a little bit caught here. The Centaur's looking like a pretty good Rolling Thunder. This is just a dead Death Prophet. No one. He gives up his dominating streak. Saxa still looking for a little bit more, but they should be happy with what they got.
Yeah, they got some bounty runes out of that. The kill. ILTW now has shown up. He was not there for like
back in
the entirety of that fight. And he's going to fight too.
Man Colt? No, the Swashbuckle 2 over to the side. The blade belt damage, though, doing so much to Samil. He can't even get off a Sunder here. Saxa now on the run, but a godlike Rezo searches for beyond. Won't get it here, but perhaps the next team fight.
Ooh, VP are good. Anytime you get anything out of them, they immediately just, let's go for aggression again.
Such confidence when they are ahead like this. And now Rezo hunting 33, getting the battle hunger on him to slow him down. Seb is nearby, as is No Tail, so they shouldn't give this kill up so easily.
This would be a pretty big turnaround kill if they can get it.
Here, they've already got him down to half health. Managed to get off the call, though. All that physical damage being shrugged off by Resolution. The call now fading. That armor gone. And can they get him low enough? No, it's going to be the save from Solo. He gets the false promise. Now 33 is going to be Yule sceptered up in the air. He is certainly dead. And No Tail likely to be chased down as the Viscous Diesel Goo. No, they actually turned for the Weaver instead because Resolution found that initiation instead. Damn the supports. Kill the cores. And that's 2 of them dead. 21-6 now. Virtus Pro putting on quite the clinic here in game 1 of this best of 5 series.
I mean, it has been the Rezo show in this game. He is just everywhere. It feels so miserable to play against him right now if you're OG. This Axe, they just haven't been able to slow him down at all. I haven't even had to see ILTW do anything in this game.
No.
ILTW's had the freest bristleback.
Look at him go, man! He just jumped inside the base. He doesn't give a damn about your tier 3 now. Soxon's going to try and push him back out, but No Tail's already dead. That Rolling Thunder not going to be able to land on his Giants again. That was the one support that was a little bit low. Look at this push coming in. Virtus Pro, they're not going to slow down for a moment here. Another call this time. It's Whiffed. Resolution backing up. Just let no one do his work with the exorcism. They don't really need to do a whole lot other than just watch the tier 3 die at this rate.
This is certainly going to be an early tier 3 tower taken in 22 minutes. I mean, we've just had fast series after fast series. Sumail, we saw what as Terrorblade could do earlier, but this VP team, I mean, they are just a train.
Seth coming in from behind, immediately going for that Phoenix. Sox is going to try and help him out, but Resolution's already killed Notel. The rest of VIRTUS Pro go to the back line. They saw Seth. They're going to try and double use him up to be able to get the call follow-up from Resolution. It's not up just yet. Seth, though, chased by so much damage. They have the sentries out as well. Seth, tries to cut through the trees, but is caught by a net. The clumsy net holds him in place long enough for Rezo to get that double kill. ILTW challenging anybody from OG to fight him at this point. A man to dodge, trying to help out, but is it enough for Smail to get off the Thunder? He does manage to get it with the Rolling Thunder on through. Rezo getting pretty low. Nice. ILTW is getting low as well. Primal Roar pushes them all out of the side. Oh, what a Rolling Thunder! OG! What is this? What is happening? Are they about to turn this one? No one turns with the Spirit Cycle trying to steal through this. They have the swap back by Smail. He punches out the damage. Now, no one's dead. ILTW, another desperation TP, but it's denied by Notel. That is a 6-man wipe. They held, bro. They just lost on the high ground, and OG, they just managed to hold this game a little longer.
2,000 gold swing. We're gonna see here ILTW. They get really aggressive, but that Manta dodge into the turnaround fight. He gets the Thunder off at the last possible second. With the rolling, this Rolling Thunder did so much. It collapsed and hit so many different people, and it got them onto the low ground. When he roared, it forced 2 heroes to the low ground, which then allowed the Rolling Thunder to continue to clip heroes.
Just beautiful from OG.
I mean, what other team holds that?
It doesn't matter how far ahead you are against this team. You have to play good, disciplined team fighting Dota, because they will take advantage of any overextension.
Sumail says, anybody else on 120 ping dodging spells? No? Okay, then.
A 9K gold lead for VIRTUS Pro still, but OG are now out on the map.
Yeah, they finally got some space to farm and do some things. This is the first time we've seen them this deep. Sumail has a little bit more to farm with. It is, because of the nerf, a lot less gold than you would normally get. 2,000. I mean, for 5 kills and the lead that they had, I expected a lot more than that.
25-minute bounty runes. VIRTUS Pro pushing forward into the enemy triangle, seeing if they can catch somebody here. If not, they should secure 2. But at the same time, Soxa does manage to get the 2 on the other side of the map. And this does mean, if you look at that net worth, it's Sumail. His net worth is all that matters right now for OG, and he is beginning to eclipse some of the members of VP. Look at that. Now ahead of both the Bristleback and the Axe.
With Death Prophet ult up again, they're going to go for it. Still feels really strong. But VP, if they mess up one more fight like this,
they have a little bit of time, because Sumail still needs mana for Metamorphosis. All their other abilities are ready to go.
This is going to be a Rax. They can't take anything more. OG will give this up for no more heroes dead. In fact, the Siege Wagon does the last little bit of oomph. And top lane,
got him.
That's a catch.
Resolution, Yule Scepter into the call. And 33 is not even going to bother trying to do anything there.
I've seen so many dunks this game.
Yeah.
19 out of his team's 25 kills he's been a part of.
Dire's bottom tower.
What a beastly performance.
OG. They've been grouped up around this area, but I don't think they really want to do anything just yet. They're closing in on a Daedalus for Sumail's Terrorblade, and that would be a really big upgrade for them. So just trying to buy more time. They give up that mid lane of Rax for just more farming time for Sumail, basically. Seb, Yule Scepter into the Purge, into the Silence. Now, the swap back is going to definitely save him here, but it's probably going to be No Tail shut down instead. Gets to the high ground, TP's out, and VIRTUS Pro, learning from that last team fight, know that they can't just barrel into OG high ground areas like that. Even though there was nobody actually there, they were afraid of a potential team fight. So they wait till ILTW's here. He leads the way. They get high ground vision and ready up for another push, potentially. 40 seconds for the exorcism, so unlikely to go high ground right away. Ooh, a Paladin Sword. That is a huge item for a Death Prophet.
It's also really nice for ILTW. but I think it might be better for Death Prophet. I don't know. I really like Soul Siphon Plus.
Yeah, Spirit Siphon plus the amplified healing, 17%.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. But it's okay. Doesn't matter too much. They're going to go for it again. ILTW just sitting here. I figured they get more Lotuses this game, by the way. There's a lot of single target. There's Roar, Sunder, Bench Stun.
Yeah.
Like, I hope this doesn't come to bite them in the ass, because I feel like it's the best item in the game for them. BKB is good for the Pingo roll, but Lotus Orb is good for pretty much everything else.
Yeah, and we got Rizzo going to BKB. We have the Heaven's Halberd for Zayats, and then Solo is just operating on a Glimmer Cape. Not much you can expect from the captain of Virtus Pro Net Worth. He's usually a bit farther behind. Playing these defensive heroes, just plays behind cores, doesn't really like to be too greedy. Especially since he can't even last hit kills with Purifying Flames when Resolution is there.
Oh gee, they're smoked up. This could be their fight.
Massive one, the ILTW. He goes for the back line. Sucks it. He's only chasing up the Oracle. Can they bring down ILTW during that time? No, they cannot. He turns his back to him and he managed to get off the false promise.
Oh, they gotta get out
the
now.
retreat from OG. Samael, he has a little bit. He's got the center. Is he get it off? No, and too much damage. He dies right away. Resolution there with a chop on to 33s. They turn back towards Seb. Seb, he did get dusted up, but they didn't see where he went. ILTW is way too big with the Crimson Guard AC. He shrugs off all that physical damage.
That was not even that close. He still had like 1300 HP after all that. That is not the target you want to go on.
No.
ILTW presented his back to you. You said, sure, let's throw everything at it.
And Soxa played it perfectly. Soxa actually got to the back line and chain stunned Solo. With his Blink Dagger, he found Solo and stunned him 3 times in a row. That's what you have to do in order to kill a core in this game, but they chose the wrong core to try and kill. Seb's gonna get caught out in that top lane because Resolution doesn't need to be with his damn team when they're taking the barracks like this. He goes off, he hunts, he lets the rest of Virtus Pro worry about the objectives.
He's played this game so well. I cannot wax poetic enough about how well this Axe is played.
This man is a straight killer. And he has been on the loose for the last 30 minutes. OG have been unable to stop him. And it's getting harder and harder with the BKB 10-second duration.
They're going to get all 4 bounty runes.
And for the Death Prophet, 4 bounty runes. A Roshan with Aegis and Cheese. The advantages keep on racking up. So OG, what do you do to stop them? Do you try and fight this Roshan without set?
I feel like you have to fight it. I kind of think you lose the game if you give this one up. Maybe Soxa will go for a snipe. I could see Soxa snipe this.
Yeah, Rolling Thunder with Blink Dagger.
No, another grab by Rezo.
He is going to be able to go into the back line and set up some of these heroes. He ventures into the Roshan pit, but no tail. Despite that swap, 33 still going to die. They're both going to die here. And Soxa, his Rolling Thunder's about to wear out. He hits him one more time, swashbuckle up, but it's so unlikely for him to be able to get away here.
Another chop. And Rezo just knew they were up there. They have good ideas right now about where the entirety of OG is. He's going to go for the TP. Oh, look at this.
This man.
He's given the signal to kill.
The predictions, man, he has that ward. He's going to signal, someone needs to help me out with this one. It's going to be Zayat's Resolution. He's going to get the call with the Blade Mail. Now, is it going to be enough damage fast enough? They need to prevent it. Oh, he's got the Thunder. Samael now turning. Seb sees an opportunity to be able to collect this Resolution kill. Samael's got to be careful, though. The Sunray's burning him out. He's just going to die to the support. Resolution does go down to Seb, and Zayat has a bug on him. But the rest of the Virtus Pro is on their way, so Seb's not going to go for it. Instead, he's going to try and push out the wave as quick as he can.
And without Sumail, all these deaths I feel like are worth it. He doesn't have buyback. Resolution does if he wants to use it. I think that trade is 1-for-1 worth it. They just gave him the green light this game. They said, whatever play you want to make, we trust you. Even if it'll leave us vulnerable potentially in a 4v5, we know that your instincts about this game, you're reading the game really well. Just go for it.
The bottom tower is being attacked.
Head up to the top lane. It's just a tier 2 and tier 3 that separates Virtus Pro from getting mega creeps here. Science with the Aghanim Scepter now on the Phoenix. This bristleback has so much covering him. OG, I think the only way they win the fight is outside the base here, but they're trying to take it somewhere near this high ground. But there was some vision. They're still smoked up and still trying to find that back line. They cannot go straight through Virtus Pro.
They need to kill solo, and they want to avoid ILTW at all costs.
ILTW is way too massive. Gonna push forward to
Solo.
Nail. He's gonna join him here. Solo is gonna be spotted out, but does have the Glimmer Cape protecting him. The Rolling Thunder, it's gonna cause some havoc. They do have that stun onto no one here, but he pops his BKB. Solo forcing you to use the false promise on himself. Everyone is still alive here, but no one. He's gonna challenge Sumail. He's got the Spirit Siphon plus the BKB. Sumail turning away a little bit, pops his Manta. Oh, but now he's in silence up. Swap goes over, but no chance to be able to get off on Sunder. They try and go for the egg too, but the double Yule Scepter. It protects the egg. One from no one, the other from Resolution, who gets the chop on Asaxa. And now it's just Seb and 33. 33, he's certainly dead. Seb, maybe with the time lapse, can get out. He's just gonna Shikuchi over the side and goes to where 33's corpse is currently laying in the jungle. They're gonna find Seb, chase him down. The dust is gonna wear out in a second here, but long enough to get the Yule Scepter call that will finish him off. What a game from Virtus Pro. They can just run down mid lane and go straight for that lane, or straight for tier 4s, I guess, at this point. Yeah, No Tail's gonna call it. Virtus Pro, man, showing that they are not to be trifled with in this best of 5 series. Resolution in particular, I mean, we've been talking about Rezo and his performance as he gets better and better in the offlane role. He's gotten acclimated to it, and it feels like this is just the culmination of all the experience he's had so far. This was the best performance by him yet.
He was a killer in this game. Like, he found Sumail every single time.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Dire's middle tower taking damage.
Regeneration!
Radiant structures are fortified.
You're welcome.
Dire's top tower is being attacked.
Many hands make light work.
He's bested.
Dire's top tower is under siege. Dire's top tower is being attacked. Dire's top tower is under siege.
No, no. Mana! Mana!
Why, thank you.
Okay, back to killing each other. Dire's top tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower is being attacked. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Bounty. My waters rise.
Radiant's bottom tower under fire. Radiant's bottom tower is being attacked. Dire structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower is taking damage. Radiant sure are loving those invulnerable towers. Radiant's middle tower is being attacked.
Chained in searing heat.
Radiant's bottom tower is being attacked. Once again, video games. Radiant's bottom tower is being attacked. Radiant have fortified their towers.
My masterpiece.
Radiant's bottom tower under fire. Radiant's bottom tower is being attacked. Radiant's middle tower. Dire's middle tower is being attacked. Dire's middle tower taking damage.
OG's turn to ban.
Added in Phoenix, they've added in Death Prophet. That basically says, okay, time for Plan B. It wasn't just that Plan A didn't work. We didn't misexecute. It was just the plan was wrong.
It was.
So totally new draft coming out from OG this time around.
Same bans for VP here, the same exact 3. They banned Pugged on that 4th, but not.
What if you just ban Oracle and pick Gyro?
Seconds to pick.
It is OG with first pick. I mean, I can see OG first picking Oracle themselves as well.
Oh, it's true. It's true. Very true.
We haven't been sold on the Venge as a 5, even though OG have a winning record with the hero.
I agree.
It just does less than the other 5s, it feels like. It reminds me of the CM where it's like, yeah, you can win with the hero, but like compare what the hero does to the Oracles, the Grimstrokes, the Coddles. Not as good.
Yeah, I mean, what do you do in lane? You throw a wave of Terran, even if you're going for a kill, you're pushing in your creep wave now because of the minus armor as well. It's such a strange here, and as you said, they have a winning record, but as well, they were in a little bit easier group, so Coddle gets banned out. OG doesn't want to first pick that themselves.
Yeah, I don't know. Have we seen No-Tail play much Coddle? Either way, I feel like you should ideally be able to.
You gotta have a Coddle, feels like.
If OG could just, Coddle Ember first too, that sets yourself up to have a great draft. But as we've seen and talked about, OG is just not. They're making their own meta so far.
They are.
Obviously being a part of why they got this far in the tournament and why they upset Secret. Yeah. They 2-0'd Secret, so they know what they're doing.
They do. And so if you are on VP here, is it the Oracle? Is it the Gyro? See what they want to ban.
Oracle, Gyro, Beastmaster maybe, Pango you could consider.
That Pango did, I would say, out of everyone in that game, the Pango did the most work for sure. They banned the Chen, oh yeah.
Okay.
A flex pick, obviously, mostly 33 playing, but No-Tail can, and they take the Shadow Demon. Okay.
It's just pick your 5, reveal as little as possible, and if needed, you flex that Shadow Demon over onto the 4 roll. Depending on what kind of dual lane you can put together.
Now if you're VP, obviously you don't have that that good opening of the Oracle DP. Do you think of taking Phoenix +1 here possibly?
Phoenix is already banned, sir.
Then you don't. You definitely do not take the Phoenix.
I think this is where that often first to Rezo's hero. Oracle wasn't picked, so maybe you can still Centaur. I think Shadow Demon's probably maybe the next best or one of the other good supports at dealing with Centaur in lane at least. But still possible.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, the Centaur was the ban that did get changed from the Phoenix. So
yeah.
I think the only offlaner you can really pick is Pango. Or Beastmaster, like I said.
Yeah. You haven't been a big fan of the Beastmaster in the first phase, and they go with the Enigma, which got banned out last game in the second phase, right? Or was it first phase?
Is this not the best Wyvern pick in the history of the Dotes?
Yeah, that's the one thing with VP. Normally they're third, fourth picking Enigma. Like they're revealing this Enigma very early on. You got to imagine OG are going to address it with some kind of BKB piercing disable. Thing is, you're not just picking Enigma for the black hole. This hero is good for so many other reasons, as teams always talk about. Yep,
I'm down for Bristle, Wyvern, or Monkey King here.
Because wouldn't the Wyvern kind of give away, it's Shadow Demon, Wyvern as your supports? Is that not kind of a weak duo?
Seb has played Wyvern Core.
Yes, you're right, he has. Shouldn't say that.
It doesn't reveal it, but it'll be. I think either way, you're not scared of a Wyvern Core and a Shadow Demon Wyvern support too. It doesn't sound amazing. Doesn't sound terrible.
They're using a lot of their time for this. Get it dip below a minute here.
The Bristle idea is, I think, pretty good. You've got Beastmaster with all his summons. You've got Enigma Eidolons. But
wow, Ember Spear was not what I expected.
Yeah. Coddle obviously already banned out. So they just go with the Ember, which we haven't seen as much with that Coddle being banned, but we have seen it a little by itself still.
Wonder why they picked Ember. I have to assume it's a Sumail Ember, right? Nobody else really plays it.
On their team, yeah, you're not wrong.
I feel like usually against the Enigma, you just want to pick some hard carry that's going to take advantage of the fact it's like a 2v1 lane. Because Enigma's going jungle, it's basically a free farm lane for whichever carry you pick. Maybe they just feel Ember's the hero that can utilize that early farm and levels.
I just think you'd want one that, when it's a level ahead, would be Beastmaster. It's like something that's strong level 1, so it gets that early advantage. Like we saw the last time Resolution played with Enigma, he had the Pangolier and he was just 1v2ing. And we want to avoid that happening. Ember Spirit, I guess, is pretty scary early, but it's not like a lane crusher or anything like that.
Is there no chance of it possibly being a 4 and following the Enigma with Flame Guard early? Like just literally just trying to bully him out? I know we haven't seen it from OG, but...
I don't think you get the Flame Guard, but 4 Ember makes sense. 4 Ember definitely a possibility. I think that's a big part of why OG first to the hero, because we always talk about OG, you never know what hero is going what lane. So Ember, flex pick, can play mid, can play safe lane, can play 4th position. So even if it is Sumail playing it, it could be a mid-Ember, and they banned the Storm, so one of those heroes that theoretically lanes fairly decently against Ember, and no one's just looked really good on that hero.
So what is VP scared of themselves? Do they possibly ban out that Wyvern if they are worried about the Enigma Black Hole?
Yeah, I think just the wave clear type heroes.
As well, yeah, because it's not just the Black Hole, it's the Splinter Blast pretty good, and they do.
Wyvern's just too good here.
Yeah, and all possible.
The only reason I was willing to consider OG picking its second here is just it was no way it was getting past that ban. Like there's just no way. They were either getting it second or never. So I guess it wasn't a good enough pick in their eyes to pick it there just because it reveals all about your support to do.
Now VP will have to pick this third hero, and chance of it getting countered pretty high from OG.
5 seconds.
What support? It feels like we are going to see the support. No, they're going to go with the DK. Okay.
Okay. That seems alright. They're going to utilize this last pick of the draft for either mid or safe lane, and DK's that flexible 1-2 position
Which
hero.
No, Grimstroke. Okay.
Yep. So Grim with Ember, good combo. I think the key thing for VP is often you see teams, they'll first to an Ember when they have last pick because Ember goes mid or safe lane, and DK is the same thing.
Well, whoa, let's go. They picked it into it.
In Oracle.
You can't purge off Iron Shell. I mean, no, I'm just saying. Yeah, they have 3 things you have to purge off, but if they're all on one hero, it all gets purged off once, right?
What a good Oracle game, though.
Yeah, why do you think they snap pick the Darks here? They just want to play that
Probably going
quick?
mid. It's probably going mid, I have to believe. There's no way you're sending it offlane, right?
Because you have, wow. What an Oracle game. Yeah, the value of this hero, oh my goodness.
Or we're going to see safe lane Darks here. Just played as like the offlaner in the safe lane, maybe against the Beastmaster. You just shove in the lane with Enigma, because it's going to shove in anyways with Enigma denying range creeps, and then you just farm jungle as well. But we'll see what VP want to do with their last pick, whether it's going to be no one or ILTW playing Dragon Knight.
Yeah, because it feels like, especially you have no one who we've all been saying is the all-star. The fact that you give him this overall last pick as well. If he wants the DK, sure, he can take it. If there's a stylish hero, sure.
He does not want the DK, I'm pretty sure.
No middle wants the DK, except an old super, but yeah.
Yeah, he's telling ILTW, like, yep, it might be a Darkseer off lane. Yeah. Guess what, DK, you got lots of regen. That's a perfect hero to lane against Darkseer. And
get in there.
Hit some creeps, get level 6, hit some towers, have a boring DK game. That's you, ILTW.
You're the stand-in. I'm freaking no one. I'm not playing this.
Yeah, I was going to jokingly suggest Bounty Hunter for OG, and then they ban it. Freaking Virtus Pro, man. How do they know?
Offlane Bounty, that's the counter to the DK. You just keep stealing his gold.
Exactly.
Neither hero threatens the other to kill them, but the gold yoinking is going to win that lane.
They ban it out. If you're OG, what are you banning? What are you banning if you're in their shoes? Are you banning a middle hero, or are you banning a possibly really good safe laner? What's left?
Depends. If Ember's going mid, you're banning out something you're maybe afraid of Ember laning against.
Okay.
Maybe you want to ban Invoker. No one's looked really good on that hero. Quaswex Invoker looks pretty damn solid this game.
It'd be fast tempo as well.
That's the hero that stands out to me. I'm trying to think what else no one would want to play mid. I'd say you're looking at banning out the mids most likely.
Okay.
Team pick.
Alchemist. Okay. The overall would have probably been the overall strongest hero in this draft after you see the other 8 heroes.
I guess OG don't have any way to push towers early, which is always the key thing against Alka, is take those tier 1s, take over his jungle before he has Radiance.
What's some combo they can do with Darkseer? Like
that doesn't get purged?
Naga Siren, is that just nutty?
What to set up what's done though? You vacuum, sleep.
Yeah, you crank up that ink swell.
I mean, if any team could do it, it would be OG with the time. I mean, you need a hero that actually, I don't know. It's OG too, which just makes it even harder. What about the
wave clear? I feel like
that's no wave clear.
I don't know.
Hear me out, Bristleback.
I'm down for Bristleback. I think
Bristle
it's a good
for VP.
Yeah,
but OG, sure, take it.
Against Enigma Beastmaster, Bristle sounds pretty solid. DK never really threatens to kill you, but
Legion. All right, PSJ. You're just these OG drafts. They got you feeling some type of way right now.
You know, OG's just a couple levels ahead of you.
Past you. They're on that 9 head. You're still just a 4 head.
Man, I'm willing to die on my pedestal up here and say that is a garbage pick.
All right, and why is that?
You are picking it against an Oracles with a save. It's going to be a last pick that doesn't die to your duel, which is the Necro. And they have Enigma, which can't be dispelled. They have no BKB piercing disable. That's reliable. Like, you're not going to be able to duel the Enigma.
Yeah.
I'm like 95-5 on Virtus Pro here.
This is deja vu. They picked Necrophos mid last time OG had Ember, and that forced the Ember into the safe lane. Then it was a Necro versus Chen mid.
This is a super free Necro game.
Like we talked about, no one's just using this. He's telling IOTW you're playing DK and just picking the best hero for the game to instantly win. And
the positive is Shadow Demon Purge is really good versus Necro.
That is the thing, yeah.
But if Oracle's 6 before Necro is threatened, then they can just save the Oracle ulti for when he gets Shadow Demon purged, and I think he'll be fine. So,
you said 95.5
yeah, I said 95.5. So I'm willing to lose my condo that I managed to get back from the Lone Shark a few days ago.
All right, Gods, you feeling the same? Maybe not 95.5, or is it?
I don't know about percents here. I think it's very heavily VP favored. Even before the draft, they've come in as favorites. And I think seeing the draft once again, we keep talking about harping on it. The mid lane matchup is just something OG have not found an answer. The VP are currently 5-0 against OG. It's about to be 6-0.
Damn, well, we will have to see. OG, you've got to prove to us. You've got to show us the answer. Do you have it in this game with that last pick, Legion? Or will no one continue with this dominant performance he's had in game number 2 as we head over to Cap and Blitz?
Virtus Pro are looking at a total game record of 19-3. In order for OG to turn this series around and be the finals of ESL 1 LA, they have to double Virtus Pro's total losses in this tournament. That already seems like a steep hill to climb, but now they're already down a game in this series, and it feels like the odds are stacked against them in the draft too, where you guys are beginning to agree, but I mean, considering game 1, I feel like Virtus Pro was going to be a lot more favored.
Yeah, I thought so too. And one of those losses that they had in this tournament was them having already secured the bracket and just messing around. They picked Pudge. Right now, we're going to go to game number 6 total of OG versus VP. We're playing a best of 11.
They are currently 5-0 against OG.
They won the best of 9, so we're just going to keep running it up. Can you
what do you think about the draft, though?
If they ended up getting 3-0'd from here, and then they were still up 5-3 total.
5-3. Yeah,
that'd be. Or even if they lost the next one and they reverse sweeped it. I would enjoy that. What
6-3 and lost the tournament.
I think it's a very free lot of hero games, let me say.
So I already know it's a free Necrophos game.
Yes.
It seems like a great Oracle game. My goodness.
And it's a very good Enigma game too. It's a good lot of hero games.
Piercing Disable, unless you get Aether Lens on Legion Commander.
For OG, you actually, okay, so last game they went for the 4 Protect 1 because that was a strat they've won with a lot.
Yeah.
They just won a series with it. And so they're doing the exact opposite now and saying, we're going to fight you literally nonstop. Low cooldowns, Ion Shell, Surged Up, Ember Spirit. We're just going to all in try to fight everywhere on the map.
Yeah.
Without hesitation. Against a team that is very much slow-paced, has to gather up together, a little bit immobile. The amount of catch that they have is okay, of course, with Beast, but it's not super easy for them to play on lanes, because they don't, if you look at VP's lineup, the one thing they don't do very well is push out waves really easily. Whereas Ion Shell plus like Stroke of Fate and stuff, like they have 2 supports that push out waves really easily.
What do you mean by VP not very easily? It's like they actually have to have a hero.
Yeah, they have to commit to lane.
They have to show Necrophos sitting there trying to right-click creeps, and that's an opportunity to be ganked, right?
It's different when I say like being able to shove waves really quickly. It's like Storm can just zip in and zip out.
Yeah.
You kill a wave. Darkseer can just always Ion Shell a wave, and he'll deal with it pretty quickly. Like they're just heroes like that.
Death Pulse, those don't one-shot waves.
No,
you have to actually stick around and attack the wave for a decent amount. That is an opportunity. So I feel like what you're saying here is that Virtus Pro, like, 1-to-1 matchups, really strong,
very good,
but there is going to be weakness in their lineup.
Yeah, 100%.
OG may be able to exploit that.
These 2 lineups are probably as different as it gets for me in terms of overall playstyle and what they want on the map. Because OG, like I said, they push out waves very quickly, and they want to fight nonstop, and I feel like VP are literally the polar opposite of that.
Well, that is already a bit annoying. 33 is going to have to play against no one's mid Darkseer, and he throughout the game is going to have to worry about being purged out by Fortune's End from solo.
I just, the one thing is that Shadow Demon is very good in this game at being able to deal with the Necrophos. So it's not like the freest Necrophos game I think I've ever seen in my life or anything like that. And I think Seb is going to have a good laning phase too. What they've done is they've dodged the Darkseer away from the Oracle, which I think is very smart.
And Seb having a good game in the Legion Commander. I mean, he's carried a game before for OG in this tournament off of his mid-Legion Commander, right? Mid-Legion Commander against Bat, I believe, was the matchup. So if you give this two-time TI winner a free lane, he will have a good impact to the game, and maybe they can snowball that into a pretty big lead. We'll have to see. Sumail is going to be playing bottom lane Ember Spirit against Resolution's Beastmaster. He had a insanely good axe. We'll see how beastly his Beastmaster is.
Haha. He's only got 1 CS right now.
Yeah.
So not good.
Not going great, but hey, at least the creep wave's pushing into you. Looks like they blocked out the hard camps, so oh, never mind. They just guessed wrong, so the Dire Sentry is still there. It just sucks playing a mid matchup where you can't secure the range creep, right? I feel like, Blitz, I've heard you say something like that before.
Yeah, losing range creep in mid. Go next, please.
And then this is what 33's, there's no option, right?
Yeah. Most of the really popular mids nowadays have like some way to pressure or secure the range creep. It's so, I don't know, it's just the most gold that you can get. It's a good amount of experience. And it's just like, for Necrophos anyways, it also gives him HP regen and mana. Because that's one thing that Darkseer should be able to do, is push out somebody else out of the wave. But level 1 Ion Shell is so weak. It's so easy to deny around that. Like 33 is kind of just getting hunted right now in mid.
He's taking a lot of damage. Fortunately, they actually saved the bounty rune for him. So with his early bottle pickup, he was able to burn through those charges, go back and refill his bottle.
Yeah, top lane and bottom lane are going exceedingly well for OG. So the laning phase last game, I mean, they just got destroyed in all the lanes.
Yeah.
But this game, 2 out of 3, very good. And their lane is very fast. Like, I think BSJ in the panel saying like 95-5 by BSJ was a little bit strong for me. Because I can still see a way that OG wins this game. I do think it is hard. If we're just, I mean, we're just like doing semantics here or something, but I'd say like 70-30, something like that. I do think there's like a very clear way for OG to win this game, whereas I didn't really feel that in the last game. In the last game, I had no idea how they were supposed to win.
Yeah. So at least, so you think it's an improvement on game 1?
Yeah, I mean, but I think for whatever reason, it'll still look pretty one-sided.
Yeah.
Just Zayats is still free farming. I've yet to have a reason to doubt this guy's Enigma.
We've had no reason to doubt anything that Zayats is doing, honestly.
Yeah, so far my prohibitive MVP, he's been very good for their team.
Nice combination here is probably going to bring Resolution down, and that will be the first blood secured for Sumail.
Yep, so 2 really good lanes for them so far, 1 disastrous lane for them so far, and I guess Zayats is beating the jungle. I don't know if that half a lane.
Yeah, he has top CS in that full jungle mode that he's currently doing, and 33 is practically doing the same at this point. In fact, No-Tail's even going to show up to mid lane because 33 is so low he can't defend his tower right now. So they are going to have that extra bit of experience efficiency on both sides, where somebody's jungling and a hero is able to get more experience out of lane as a result. That's only if they're there for the actual creeps. Gotta make sure you don't die.
I think he's doing okay XP-wise.
Yeah.
Because of all his jungling, and he's jungling nearby the creep wave, so even though a lot of these creeps are being denied from him, he's getting XP, which is pretty important, and he's gonna get a bottled rune, so much better laning phase this time around for OG.
Zoxa goes ahead and tries to make a journey into the enemy jungle to see what's what, see what Zayats is up to. Does get pushed away pretty quickly.
Oh, nice.
Courier,
That's gold.
Though. That is a belt of giant strength that is being denied here. Seb doesn't quite have his level 6, but he can do some damage to solo, certainly.
Dude, that's 250 gold. It's pretty much a tower, man.
Nice use of the Fortune's End on himself. It hit Seb as well, and it purged off his movement speed buff that you get from the Q. Only one kill so far in the first 6 minutes. It seems like it's going to be a little bit of a snoozer here for a laning phase. Sumail gets his flame guard burned away, jumps over to get that bounty rune.
Oh, he doesn't know about it.
Oh.
I think he just assumes it's naturally gone.
And he didn't put his spirit back out, so he's going to have to run out to lane.
Oh, he didn't. Was it off?
He had no
cooldown?
mana.
Ah, I see. Okay. Kind of sucks for him.
Indeed it does.
Still, all three of their cores are farming really well.
Mind.
Oh, no, he did on one. Austin, you crazy?
I guess I was crazy. Thought he was out of charges.
I was like, why would he ever do that? It doesn't cost anything.
Oops. Jump forward. Inkswell quickly gets burned off. A short little stun onto Resolution.
Why did I believe you?
You know, sometimes you gotta test you on these things.
When you said he had no mana, I was very
Making sure you're
confused.
paying attention.
I was like, okay.
Iron Talon for Zayats. He's gonna get his level 6 soon. And an early pressure on that bottom lane. With no one making the rotation, looks like they wanted to try and get a kill with Primal Roar, Reaper's Scythe. An early kill on a Sumail would do a lot to prevent OG from getting into that phase that we're talking about, where they're just going to be running at Virtus Pro nonstop.
Whose lives it brought to ruin.
But I feel like this very doldrum of a laning phase is going to VP's favor in a way. And just the fact that, like, with nothing's happening, it's kind of good. Resolution forces uses Primal Roar. Dragon Form is also on cooldown. Maybe this is an opportunity. Seb, can he get close enough to be able to get the duel? He might be able to. Maybe he pops his W and will manage to close it up, but he's been disarmed. Very nicely done by Solo. Some damage is going to come in. No Tail might be able to get there with Inkswell after the purge is out, so they will manage to get that kill, even if it's not a dual one. Now the Helmet Dominator creep, though, is going to be able to catch Seb, and he's got the Black Hole ready to go. There's no stun to stop this. It will be a 1-for-1 trade-off, but at top lane, ILTW with the Dragon Form out dies. So while they bottom lane engagement certainly into the favor of VP overall, seems like OG walked away with win.
Yeah, they're going to continue to be really happy about this laning phase. The Necrophos is still free farming, but they have, I really feel like they have decent-ish tools at dealing with them. They have a purge if they want, and I think they should. They have a Spirit Vessel carrier too.
Sumail booking it forward. See if he can kill Resolution. That's ensnared, though. Cost him a lot of his HP, and he's a little bit scared to challenge any longer. Now he's going to cut through the trees. His haste rune is about to wear out soon. Jump away, but Resolution coming back.
He might still be dead. They have Hawk vision on him.
They have Hawk on him. The Hawk is going to allow them to deal to dive this tower.
No.
OG. Oh, Seb's going to try and come in. Actually, the Legion Commander getting canceled there, or maybe canceling it himself as they see multiple heroes raiding in. They leave him alive long enough to get the Reaper Scythe kill.
Oh,
Now
that was
he's dead
disastrous.
for over 40 seconds.
That was really, really bad for him. Thought he was just going to be fine, but he ran around in pretty big loops, and then the Hawk was already set up for that kill, and no one was just there. And how could they really predicted that maneuver by the Necrophos? He didn't even have a rune or anything. He just straight up walked down there, predicted that that was going to happen. And he sees a DD rune at bottom, so helps his game out a little bit more.
And VP, they've kept their safe lane tower alive while still managing to take OG's tower. Already a bit of a unfortunate start for OG as we transition out of the laning phase and into those early remnants of laning, early game.
Yeah, and Zayats is still having an absolute free game. I mean, all of his 4-position heroes, for whatever reason, it just feels like he has such a free time. mid lane.
Should be a massive kill, but I just don't see them getting. Okay, maybe with the purge and everything, 33 is going to help Sumail claim that kill. They had to blow everything they had and bring almost everybody to that mid lane, but they killed a big no-one Necrophos. The siege wagon push is still there as well. Sumail, I think he kind of wants to defend this if possible.
Really nice kill by them, and it's with the SD, the purge. They can get him every single time.
Yeah.
Soulcatcher is very effective on him too, and without the Oracle being in position or having his level 6, like no problem, no ulti, no issues, but they're gonna make a
resolution though. Seb immediately gonna be stunned up, and here comes Sumail. Thanks to stun possible, doesn't get there in time. Science though does get changed up. He's immediately gonna die. A stun from that Centaur Conqueror does so much, but a soulbind onto 2. This is beautiful for OG if they can actually bring down the support, but he does manage to get off the false promise to turn around the duel onto the 2 of them. The Reaper Scythe is gonna be able to cut him down though. He loses that duel, and ILTW and Solo both to walk away healthy, but Sumail is still able to claim 1 kill. Oh, we got popped there. Saksa was able to do enough damage to ILTW. No one's gonna fall as well. The duel with the soulbind setup, it didn't look great at first, but in the end, it results in a team wipe here as Solo is gonna be the last man down.
Double kill!
Saksa, very good hold on that ulti. I'm surprised that it even looked that close on VP side.
Yeah.
Like no one was really dying there, and all of a sudden that turnaround, they get the Necrophos ulti onto Seb. Looked like it was gonna go okay for them, but then Saksa just sat back, got to cast all his spells for free. He's higher level than the Dragon Knight carry. A very good game for him, and they did such a good job of finding Zayats first.
Virtus Pro gonna have to be a bit more careful there on the next mid lane push that they attempt like that. OG did get a little damage back here, but Zayats will make sure it's not going to be an overwhelming amount.
I mean, they want to go for it again.
Yeah, it seems like it. But this is a very low cooldown OG team. They can just fight again if they want.
And think about how quickly their other lanes are going to push out. Like, this is what I meant by they don't have the best ways to deal with this.
Yeah.
Like, somebody's going to have to go. There's a lot of farm at top. 33 is just going to push that in. He's got Greaves fully complete, so he's quite tanky himself. He is caught up in a big way in this mid lane. He's level 12 already, highest net worth.
Smoke up a scan from Virtus Pro, but do they know about Sumail here on the side with that high ground vision? They might have, but Sumail still able to get it on top of Solo here. Has to be careful of Dragon Tail though. It's gonna be coming. Oh, we managed to dodge it. The Soulbind onto 2. Quickly, No Tail's gonna be woken back up. This looks beautiful. Science coming in from the side though with a black hole on it 2, but it's quickly canceled by the disruption. They finish off the duels. ILTW will survive a little bit longer, but he's taking so much damage. He will still fall. Sumail looks for the next one. He's just gonna run over Solo here. Take that kill. Turn back for Zayat, who dared to try and black hole OG, but now they're gonna try and chase him down. The support's a little bit slow, but Sumail, he's a lot quicker as long as he hits the slight change. Ooh, just outside of range. Unable to get that. Does get the 200 gold from the Helmet Dominator creep, 3 kills, and a tower. OG building up on a lead now.
I mean, Brian's about to lose his house.
And Brian's about to lose his mind.
His condo, 95-5. I really feel like you're underestimating how quick OG can play, and the difference between a team that can non-stop push waves and a team that can't. The team that can push waves will always have the opportunity to make plays like this because they're never going to be in position together.
Yeah.
And Saksa, like the way that he gets to team fight because the rest of his team can run in, this is what they needed in game number 1, Viking versus OG. Like Viking needed somebody that could just run in so that the Shadow Demon could just press spells at his leisure. And they'll just continue to get hunted around the map.
They have duel here, and Resolution has been cornered. This should be more damage for Seb. Push them to the side with the Primal Roar. There it is, the second duel of Seb.
And they'll defend mid tower too. Look at this speed.
Easily making catch no one too.
Just keep going
up. Unfortunately, no duel for Seb to go for any follow-up, but if you get the 8 swell, maybe they can actually get here in time. The Purge is going to go off, though. Quickly removes it. The stun, momentary, but the Soulbind locking the 2 of them together. Reaper Scythe going down. Seb, he will actually die here. Not with the extra Reaper Scythe death timer added on, but he still falls. (13-4) now. Virtus Pro.
Yeah.
Managed to get a decent kill and hold some of OG's aggression, but something tells me they're not going to slow down that much. Zayat's hiding away here. He's been trying to squirrel away farm when he can. They know he was here because the camps are missing, so they check the high ground, find his ward, but they don't find him.
Smart and a good TP out, just trying to reset. And now it's going to be VP for the second time in this tournament where they just have to play completely on the back foot. They're going to have to stall the game out a little bit more and try to get a lot more farm, in fact.
What was the first time that they had to do this?
I think the Sniper Techies game.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I think all the other games, there might have been games that I haven't cast or anything, but I think the games that I saw anyways, for the most part, they were in control of the early game.
Like you said, we didn't catch that one Pudge game, which looked like a throwaway.
Yeah, I have no idea what happened in that game.
Seemed like they were just kind of clowning around as they had already secured their group stage and at least game one. No one going to be caught here. Solo is going to be able to bail him out with a false promise, but I'm not sure how long this is going to last. No one. He has a lot of heals, but can he stop all this damage? I don't think so. The duel's going to go down, and they do manage to win it. Solo behind his tier 3 is being chased by Samael. Zoom! There he goes, ignoring that magic immunity and going straight for the physical damage. Takes down Solo, and they just keep it up. Now he's going to bounce over to bottom lane, defend that tower, while the rest of the team hits mid.
And he left a Fire Remnant, so he can continue to just push out all the waves. It's just, again, I can't stress this enough. VP, they can't really push out waves very easily without committing heroes, and that's why they're just dying around the map nonstop. Yeah. If you're wondering, like, oh, why isn't VP just playing safe? Like, how can they play safe? They have no one can push out waves. So they have to commit heroes, and if OG are really good, just, you know, they are, and they're playing very well, you can continue to just keep finding them on the waves, and you'll find kill opportunities every single time. Yeah. Because somebody has to go push out the wave. And unfortunately, it's just going to have to continuously be Necrophos. In my opinion, he's the tankiest person, and I say that with strong air quotes.
Yeah. Against the 5-man of OG, hell, even just against the Shadow Demon himself, becomes a whole lot squishier. Samael jumping forward, double remnanting, knowing that somebody was down. Hero's resolution. He pushed that bottom lane in time and time again. Zayats is still managing to find farm inside of the Radiant jungle. He's been excellent at this. In fact, he's even going to cut a wave in mid before he very likely TPs out, I would guess. Or maybe he's going to try and go. No. Time to get out. 33 hunts him.
They're doing some real diversionary tactics to try to extend this game now.
Yeah.
This is when you know a team is kind of desperate.
And it is kind of working. I mean, it's been a couple of close calls, but they've managed through those close calls. Seb goes for the neutral item, but C is on the verge here of getting ganked. They just don't see a whole lot of heroes on VP. They want to play around this vision that they have on the high ground. They're just not sure where most of OG is right now.
I don't really know what they're playing for, though, is the problem, too. Like, I think OG's lineup scales pretty well.
Yeah. Like, VIRTUS Pro may have, like, eventually the strongest late game, but it's going to take a while, especially if Seb keeps on getting these dual wins. Not going to get it here, though. Zayats certainly will die. 33 managed to pick up that kill with a vacuum. He is dominating.
Dire's top tower is being attacked.
Blitz, as you always like to say, you have to win a team fight. And it's hard to see how VIRTUS Pro is going to be able to do that against the current OG.
I say two things. I say push the waves and win a team fight.
Push the waves, win the fights.
How to do so, though, Cap?
Solo trying to juke through here. Not going to make it for long, though.
You'll just continuously get hunted in lanes. It is OG's game to throw at this point. 5k lead, 17-4. They can't get bounty runes even if they wanted to.
Deso on the Ember Spirit. So Samael is actually going to be hitting really hard. We haven't seen a physical damage build like this in a bit.
So there is one scenario where you don't care about pushing waves, and that's if your 5-man is so much objectively stronger that you can just run down a wave and force them to come fight you. As we're going to see, not even that favor for OG.
No.
They do finally take like the lead in this, but like last game, their lineup was so much stronger at 5-on-5ing that it didn't matter that they couldn't push out waves, right? Because they could just march down lanes together.
Yeah.
And Axe was finding so many solo pickoffs that he scared them off the waves anyways. But in this game, I think they were going for a similar concept with their 5-man being stronger, which is why they made that mid move. But once that mid move fails and you lose like the subsequent like 5 fights, suddenly your lineup has no real comeback potential aside from Black Hole at this point. Zayats can still, and I think he's like their lone hope right now, is he's gonna have to hit some like crazy Black Hole because they are against 3 melee cores.
Yeah. And if he can't get his BKB, he's got a great chance of getting at least a team fight winning Black Hole, maybe even a game winning one. But it's going to get hard as they have to give up some of these objectives like the Roshan Aegis now for the Ember. And this is why Science is always playing inside of the Radiant jungle. He's dropping sentries to make sure they don't see him. He's doing anything he can to find pieces of farm and safe areas of the map because he knows, OG, they don't want to be sitting around their tier 2 areas.
And they just keep sending Necrophos mid to push out lanes because, again, he's like their sacrificial lamb, unfortunately.
He is the offering. And occasionally, Virtus Pro will try and bait him out. We tried it at least once earlier, but for now, it's a 3-man smoke. Where are they going to go with this? Looks like no one's going to show himself in the lane. And the other
trying to go all the way to bottom to catch the one person that's going to come push this wave.
Yeah. Okay.
So this is a pretty smart move, and this supposes that OG wants to even defend this bottom tower. But if you don't have heroes down here ready, I think this is actually a pretty greedy move by OG to try to defend.
Yeah. At this point, it's like, why take top tower and defend bottom when we could just go for 2 tier 2s?
Yeah,
we could just switch over to mid lane.
And you can even start hitting top, which is what they're going to do. And this will force heroes back. This alone will tell OG that their assumption was correct.
Yeah.
Because nobody came to defend mid or top. Like, Seb actually got to hit top for free for a few hits.
Oh, he tried to blink into the back line to catch Solo. Instead, he's going to go to the duel, and it looks like no one. He's just dead. Without Solo to bail him out, no one's Necrophos just falls under the slightest hint of pressure.
18-4, they're going to go high ground here. And again, it all comes down to this BKB Black Hole. Soxa just has to worry about his positioning to make sure that he gets the cancel because there's no BKB, just blink Black Hole. Make life easy for yourself.
Samael is going to be able to defend bottom lane while simultaneously still being able to join the boys when it's needed.
And ILTW, he's like, do I really want to be DK in this game? No one dies. They're all so tanky.
Yeah.
There's so many different ways for me to die.
They've got some damage problems for sure.
They've got a lot of problems for sure. Because they're about to lose racks at 23 minutes. It's 18-4, 9k gold lead. And OG are showing absolutely no signs of stopping.
Yeah. It's Deso builds from Samael is actually doing a decent amount of damage to the tower. Not the most amazing thing in the world, but between his Deso and the press the attack, they do manage to take that top lane without Virtus Pro contesting.
They really do have high ground issues on the side of OG, and so they're like, just get Deso, bro. It's not even amazing, but just get it.
Just get it so somebody can hit the buildings. And with the Aegis, he can do so with some serious confidence. And Virtus Pro, they don't feel confident about defending their base until they have the BKB. Zayas is still a ways away from that. He only has his Blink Dagger plus the Ogre Axe, another 1,200 gold there. ILTW, he has his BKB at least. So there's a team fight item that they can really rally behind. Will it solve their damage issues? Maybe not. But at least somebody can confidently tank the brunt of OG's offense. Resolution trying to sneak something here. The Soulbind just looking to be able to slow down Science and catch him if he gets close to an ally. Science is going to be stunned up here, and it looks like Seb should be able to get there for the duel. Give him the duel damage. They do. Up to 66 now.
We're about to get a meme score too. The meme team.
Possibly if Samael can root out this Resolution Beastmaster who continues to do his little creep cutting shenanigans. Zayat's helping him out with Eidolons when he can. Mid push, only a little bit time left for that Aegis. In fact, it may even be reclaimed here before they can get to the high ground.
I think they're just going to hit it anyways.
Yeah, I think they got another 25 seconds, I believe.
Yeah, there's no glyph. Enigma's dead. He's their only way to salvage this fight at all. They're about to get double wrecked here at 20.
Look, they're just ignoring no one.
They don't care.
Yeah, Solo, go ahead. Save him if you need to. Put Fate's Edict on him. Purge him out.
How will you do it?
Do whatever you need to do. They're going to stun up 33 here. Giant's going to pop forward with the Malphus as well. 33 quickly cleanses that one. A silence onto no one with the Fate's Edict. He's currently unable to do anything right now. The duel with the vacuum with the wall. What a combo. That takes out 2. They have a buyback already. They is going to be the range barracks. It's going to fall. And yeah, OG, they just back up nice and easy. Virtus Pro, no more catch from them. OG feeling themselves now. Start dropping some of the all chat lines.
Yeah, we're just going to trade out stomps here. Score is 4-20. Thank you. There is a BKB on ILTW. I don't think this item changes anything. I think the only thing you have to play on is BKB Blink Black Hole. Like, you're literally just trying to all in on this one concept right now.
Seb, I don't need a duel. I will just beat you down to a pulp. He's got it now, so he'll catch Solo to make sure that he does get that extra damage.
Oh, my life.
Barely gets the duel win
so
in time.
close to living, honestly.
ILTW chained up, but honestly, they don't need to go for that DK. It's unnecessary. Look at Seb. He's just beating on the tier 4s. They have the repair kit, though. They're going to jump forwards. No one targeted here. No duel to continue to keep him in place, and the Ghost Shroud protects him pretty decently well. So OG, they start backing up. It's either tier 4s against a repair kit, or they give up on their current positioning and go for the bottom tier 1 and tier 2 towers.
Yeah, and Enigma was just farming the entire time, trying to get his BKB, which he does. He's saying, guys, I have to ignore you. Let me get this one item. And you know it's going to be sick when OG gets 5-man wiped and like a 75 gold lead exchange happens. It's going to be like a 5-0 and they get like 7 towers. And OG are still up 13k.
Try harder.
Well, a full up data list is next for Samael with the level 20 talent coming in soon. Seb just keeps on taunting Virtus Pro. The smoke up from Virtus Pro. They're not going to wait on their high ground. They're going to try and catch OG at least once here on side of the base. They've got some nice high ground vision here. They're going to show the Necrophos. They're ready to go with the BKB Blink Black Hole. OG. Have to be careful not to take the bait here and not to group up too much. Seb is going to be on the front lines. Samael creeping up the side, spotted by the Hawk though. Maybe if Resolution can cut his way over there, he can find this opportunity. He's close enough for the Primal Roar, but his team is a fair distance away. More of them going to tunnel through this right-hand side, while Seb trying to position himself to be a target. Poke at him a little bit. There goes the DK. He jumps forward, immediately jumping onto No Tail. He doesn't really have a whole lot of damage from the Reaper side. Willman almost cut him down. He's already taken Solo out. Now they're going to turn around. ILTW wants the BKB, but he missed it. The black hole. It's a total one-sided. And they take the time to tip him as they take out Virtus Pro. The GG is instantly called as soon as they see a black hole with nobody inside.
For nothing.
You waited, you gave up 2 lanes of barracks, you farmed, you found little bits of farm wherever you could. He squirreled away the